Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. Today's video is a little different than what we usually do. Now, normally on the channel, I just pick a topic and we just talk about it, we explore it, we go over everything. Usually people in the chat like they'll ask questions, and that's always welcome. That's no different here. Always feel free to ask questions. But today's video is sort of a beginner's guide for Onigiri. So what we're doing is I'm just going to lay out a bunch of tips and life hacks, pro tips, all that stuff to make Onigiri a lot easier. And I'm just going to deliver all the essential knowledge that a lot of top level players learn later on in life, or in their their Onigiri career, let's say, if we want to be fancy. Just all those little tips and tricks that they wish they would have known when they were quote unquote younger and just getting started. So first thing on the list is don't power level. Now, in most games, people want to power level. They want to get their skill points. I understand that. You want to get going. But in Onigiri, it works a little different. Because that number in the top left of your screen, mine is 114. Yours might be 1. It might be 2. It'll never be 2 because you always go 1 to 3 from training grounds. But that number there, as long as that number is within, a 10 number range of whatever you're fighting, you're going to get friendship items. And those friendship items you get from defeating enemies are infinitely more important than your level. All your level really means is, you get more skill points, you get stronger. Yes, that's true. But mid-game, late game, in your 40s, 50s and up, all your level really means is you have to be this level to use this weapon. And most of your damage and stuff is going to come from your weapons. There have been experiments done in the past where players that put 0 skill points in just got a really good weapon. They got their Magatamas, they got their build down, no skill points at all, no stat points, and they were able to clear dungeons. This doesn't work for every dungeon, but Supreme Tentacle did it for now. He's a really awesome player. He's got really good videos. Check him out. He's got lots of good tips in there. But he did it for Echigo Estate, which was a bit challenging back in the day, and then we conquered it and we made it like our little obstacle course of EXP. And as long as you have really good weapons stats, you're just gonna lose potentially 3,000 attack. But and other factors and stuff. But the main point of that is that weaponry, Magatamas, gear far exceeds the importance and how stats are. So level, all it really means is if you can get access to your next weapon, good, you're at the right level. So that's basically what level you should be at for content. That's not always true, but things happen. But some players, if you power level too quickly and you don't get you don't start doing your friendships in the right order and you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get stuck later on. If you never do your friendships and you're trying to get through Sekigahara, if Shizuka is not at the right level, you will not be able to access Nether. She can't see the door, you can't get in. So then you're stuck, I have to go farm dungeons, and now it becomes a chore. The minute you have to go back and get friendship items, it's a chore. But when you're doing it along the way, it is what it is. You're just playing the game. So that happens again later with Susanoo when you get to Echigo. If he's not level 8 and then you give him his friendship items, he's not going to reach level 15 and you can't access the Echigo storyline. This becomes less and less more frequent, but those are the 2 points in the game that I can really remember where you need friendships to be at a certain level. So, I actually made a list for this video explaining all my little tips and stuff. Not all of them, but the bulk of them, so I don't just waste time thinking and trying to come up with things. But the partners, the order in which I think you should level partners is Shizuka first and foremost. Give all your friendship pendants to Shizuka till she's at least 15. Because I believe at 15 her sharp eye ability goes up. Now I could be wrong on that, but that's what you want to focus on, is that number here. So identify and sharp eye. Inventory is great too, but these two stats here, identify means you have a better chance of getting good weapons, which I said before is the best part. It's the main focus. Getting your weaponry, getting good grade weaponry, which is sharp eye. I believe at 15 she'll be at a good sharp eye level to get stuff at a better grade more consistently. So Shizuka's very important to level. Right now, all my partners are maxed maxed based on content for all those who are curious. That also means that until you progress further and further down the storyline, your partners can only go to certain level thresholds. So maybe until you complete Kikagahara or something, Shizuka can only go to 2. Or until you beat Tiamat, Shizuka can only go to 5. I don't know. But things like that exist. And those, you know, that's just how it is. So until you get, like later on, you don't start with all 8 of your partners, obviously. You're going to start with the main 3, Shizuka, Yoshitsune, Moroku, then you're going to get Ibaraki, Momotaro. You know, spoilers, but I mean, if you're watching this, you're going to learn stuff anyway. So, Kaguya, Susanoo, Materasu. So as I started saying earlier, the one you want to level up first is Shizuka and Yoshitsune. But the minute you get, you know, you clear Izumo and you get Susanoo, you're going to want to give all your friendship paperbacks to Susanoo until he reaches level 8. That's very important. You should be able to do, if you just consistently just ignore Yoshitsune till Susanoo gets level 8, you should have no problem doing that, but by the time you reach Echigo, which is when you're going to need it. I had no problem. My first run of the game, I had no problem doing that. I didn't know half this stuff. And I just did friendship items. I started seeing the importance of friendship items very early on. And I gave them all to, you know, everything was good. So, after you get Susanoo to 8, then just shove all those paperbacks into Yoshitsune's face so she can burn them and smelt you weapons with their fire. You know, like Yoshitsune is very important. You need to get grinding and swordsmith and repair all the way up. She's very, very important. So, you know, always give your stuff to Shizuka. Get her to 15. Then once you get Shizuka to 15... start pounding out the pendants to Materasu. You know, she's going to give you skill points. She's going to give you chakra. She's going to power up all your other partners. That's when leveling Amaterasu is very important. Amaterasu, for those who don't know or unfamiliar, she's the last party member you get. She is from Kyoto, from the Kyoto's quest line. So I consider Amaterasu sort of a, you know, the icing on the cake. Like she's what you do after. Like, a cake's good nonetheless, but icing just makes it a little bit better, you know? It's like, for another example, it's like a woman, but then you give her, like, sexy clothing, and she's like, oh my god, it's so much better. And, you know, once you get, like, that nice... It's like, you know, every person's awesome, but when you get your nice clothes, you just seem a lot better. You're awesomer. Materasu is like your accessories. She's your clothes. She makes you awesome. But, you know, you have to have a good figure and a good core before you start accessorizing yourself. That's what Amaterasu sort of is. So, and she's awesome. She's a lolly goddess, and, you know, you want to give her stuff anyway. So mine's max level, like, and she's the only one who can reach max in the current content. But, you know, I love making those little jokes and stuff to keep you guys interested, and it's always fun that way. But, you know, that's how I figure Amaterasu, you know. So, what do we got after that? So, Moroku. Honestly, don't touch Moroku until you know what class you're going to be, because he's going to sell you certain Magatamas that are very essential to the game. If you're playing Odachi, you know, there's 2 Magatamas you can get from him that are very important. And, you know, if you... So, those numbers being Negotiations 4 and Negotiations 5 for Odachi. For Sword, it's Negotiation 4. For Wand, it's maybe 3 or 2. He's going to sell you Shoteis. Buy, like, 50 of them things. Like, there's different levels for every class. Except for Bow and Twin Sword, they don't really get anything useful from Moroku. That said, honestly, don't touch Moroku until you know what class you're going to play, what weapon type. Because early on, you might think, oh, I'm going to play Odachi. You might not like it. You're going to go to Sword. Or maybe you're going to go to Bow. You're going to go to Twin Sword. You never know. And a lot of people, like, they just, you know, they'll level up Moroku. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you level him up too high, you're going to have problems, because you can get really good Magatamas and really good weapons from him. Well, not weapons, but, you know, stuff that, like, you can stock up on it and you'll be set for life. If not, you have to go to, like, a hellish farm of materials and stuff. And no one really wants to do that if you don't have to. And a lot of players, they're like, man... I wish I knew, like, a lot of sword users, like, I wish I knew to keep Moroku at 16 so I could get, or infinite Amara Magatamas from him in bargains. I wish I knew how to reset bargains. To reset bargains, like let's say he's selling you a Magatama, a friendship item, and some crap weapon. If you want to keep seeing that Magatama and that friendship item, or whatever, that combination of two things, only buy those two things and leave one thing there forever. And that's for every bargain type, and then eventually it will come up again the next day, and it will keep coming in the same pattern, the same rotation. But if you buy all three things, it's going to randomize it again. He's going to reshuffle his wares, and you might not see that Magatama again for a couple days. But you got to keep just buying things and stuff. So once you see that one thing you know you're going to need, just only buy that item and one other thing. You don't have to buy the other thing, but just at least that one item, and just keep going on with your day until you have a whole crap ton of it, and you never have to worry about it. So, like, it's actually dangerous to power level Miroku. That's the main point of this. Ibaraki, there are certain levels her on the house will change, and she will give you different alcohols that you can only get once in a while. I know there's one thing called Mount Hida. I don't know the level it comes at, but it's an alcohol very much like Chidori, and it's great for leveling skills because I believe it gives you more cooldown. I've never had it myself, but there's a lot of alcohols you can get at every on the house level. Later on, once you get lots of different alcohol types, maybe it might be cool just to get one on the house for each on the house level in a different bottle, just so you can always have access to those things. Because once you have them in a bottle, you can hit refill and get that alcohol back with, you know, as long as you don't change it. She'll constantly do it. It's just a great mechanic. Something interesting to know. So in that regard, Momotaro and Ibaraki both use the same friendship items. Now, I didn't mention this, but all the friendship items are for certain characters. The pendants are for Matarasu and Shizuka. The paperbacks are for Yoshitsune and Susanoo. The goldfish are for Ibaraki and Momotaro. And the model kits are for Miroku and Kaguya. So, you know, as I said before, Shizuka should get all your pendants. Yoshitsune gets her, like, give them, once you get Susanoo, give them all the Susanoo to his level 8, then give them to Yoshitsune. Miroku, don't touch him until you know what you're doing, because, you know, it could be bad. Ibaraki and Momotaro, I'm going to say do Momotaro first, and then once Momotaro reaches his cap, you know, like, focus on Momotaro first, because it's going to help you in leveling your skills. But don't ever neglect don't neglect Ibaraki either, because the more you level her, she's going to get more alcohol bottles, she's going to have more alcohol to offer you, and she's going to improve your tolerance to alcohol so you can drink more without getting drunk. And now, if you don't know what alcohol means in this game, they're basically just potions, like magic potions you drink, but in the game they're alcohol, because she's a traveling alcohol saleswoman. So that's important. In that regard, give all your model kits to Kaguya. There is no disadvantage to power leveling her. Please power level her before you try ornamentation or any of her features. Just feed her, give her all the model kits. If you don't know what to do with Miroku, save your model kits and just feed them all to Kaguya like forever. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with power leveling her. And then, yeah, so that's all the partners. And the main point of that was friendship items are more important than leveling, you know. I stayed in a town where everything was my level until I was 93. I didn't continue with the content, and I just kept farming friendship items because it was fun at the time, and I just kept doing it. And because of that, I never had to worry about any friendship issues ever, you know. And friendships only drop from things that are within a 10 level differential from you. So if you're level 40, you can get friendship items from, you know, anything higher level than you, and you can get friendship items from anything like level 30 and above. Like, you can't get something from level 29, you have to be a 10 level difference. But obviously, if you're fighting a monster level 30, it's going to have a low drop rate of having friendship items. And then it gradually increases the closer you get to your level. So if you're fighting level 39 enemies, it's fine. 38s, it's fine. 37s, it's fine. And, you know, anything above will drop friendship items and lucky boxes. That brings us to our next topic. How to get lucky boxes. Lucky boxes work in the same way as friendship items. They only drop from things within the 10 level differential from you or anything higher level. So the quicker you power level, but you can't, you know, You can like, level doesn't mean anything in this game. It's all about weapon level. You could be level 70 in Kyoto, but you're still going to be using level 30, 40 weapons, and you won't be getting friendships there, and you won't be getting lucky boxes. Lucky boxes are very, very important. Inside lucky boxes, you can get skill cards that are somewhat useful. You get EXP boosts, friendship pendant, not friendship pendants. You get like EXP boosts, you get ornamentation items, you get smelting items, you get reset buttons. You get so much essential stuff from lucky boxes, and it's a really big shame if you're missing out on them throughout your natural progression. Therefore, you know, try not to power level, but I mean, if it happens, it happens, but you're just gonna have to work a little bit harder. Late game, like where I am, everything is higher level than me. You will not have to worry about any friendship items at all. Lucky boxes drop 1 to a dungeon. You know, it's going to be pretty awesome. But that's late game. You know, if you don't have your friendships together, you're going to be stuck in Echigo farming really bad dungeons called Ice Caverns and Hermit Crab Lag Grotto. It's going to be hard. So I'm not trying to scare people away from this game. I'm just trying to say all the stuff that I wish I would have known when I was younger. So, on the same topic of lucky boxes, sometimes you people might notice you get a friendship beckoning cat or a friendship komenu. These items are friendship items. They said they amazingly increase the friendship level. I did the math, and one friendship komenu is only equal to 3 paperbacks, or 3 of one friendship item for their rightful partner. So that's not that awesome. You get them, like, you can get 3 in 3 seconds. Don't worry about it. What you're supposed to do with those friendship items is you go to your shopping plaza. So inside the shopping plaza, you just want to hit Nyankoropan. Now this is where you spend your gacha tickets, for those that don't know. You know, you spin here. You need SP gachas to do the premium one, which is Unit 1. But you can roll any other one with gacha tickets, normal ones. But what you want to do with those is you want to hit point exchange. So I don't have any cats, but if you did, they would be at the top and it would say beckoning, friendship cat, or komenu. And all you do is, let's pretend skill card set 1 is a cat. So you go point exchange, it'll say 1 cat. I want to trade in as many cats as you have, or whatever, and then you're going to hit sell for points. You're going to exchange it and they'll give you some points for it. So now some people might think, well, what are the points for? So let's go over that. So these are the cats I'm talking about, you know, cats, komenus. You know, if you had 50 points, you could get 10 of these. Never do that. That is dumb. Don't do that. So you can get cudgels. You don't want to get cudgels. Tailors. You do not want to get tailors. Now this is interesting. I don't know when they added superb charms, but that's also an interesting. This is a good option. Yes, it is 100 points, but those are good things. You normally have to spend money for them. A reset, that's a pipe dream if you want to go for it. Honestly, a status point. Now, I'll go over the gacha ticket and the reset button pretty soon. Then you have weapon grade powder. In most players' opinions, the only thing you should be trading points for are artisan swords. Artisan swords are the one item that cannot be purchased. Like I said 2 seconds ago, you can get smelting amulet superbs from the Nyankoropan, which means you can technically purchase them. It's a roulette, but it's possible to buy them. It is currently impossible to buy artisan treasure swords. They are very important late game. Don't touch them until you're in your, you know, your 100s, your 105s, and you're dealing with crafted weapons. Like, they're sacred items. You're going to get a couple throughout the storyline. Don't use them. Save them. You're going to get cudgels throughout your storyline. Please just trade these in. You know, whenever you get Hirokani cudgels or those 50% experience boosts, don't use those. They can all be traded in for a lot of points. So cudgels, and your 50% EXP boosts. Only the 50% EXP boosts can be traded in for points. The 100s and anything else cannot. And these are the only ways to get artisan swords. It's literally, like, the only other way to get an artisan sword is if it randomly comes out of a lucky box, and that has only happened to me maybe 6 times. And I've been playing this game for like 8 months. Like, artisan swords are very, very rare. This is one point a lot of people wish they would have known. So don't use these friendship cats. Trade all of them in for points. Every 50, you're going to get 3 artisan swords. If you do this your whole time playing Onigiri, you will like thank me when it comes to Satan weapons, gargoyle weapons, 105s, all those things that you don't want to you don't want to farm a second one just to have a smelt fail, because smelts fail all the time. You know. So as we were saying earlier, some people might say, "Oh, excuse me." You know, it's like, "Oh, I want a gacha ticket. I'm gonna collect 150 like friggin' cats so that I can get one gacha ticket, or I'm gonna collect 600 to get a status point reset." Now, if you believe that time equals money and minimum wage and all that stuff, it might. Let's say you got one beckoning cat from a lucky box per hour, you know, and you're doing your dungeons. You get like, let's say you get 2. Let's say you get 2 cats an hour from lucky boxes. Okay, so that means you're going to need 75 hours to get this gacha ticket. Now, in reality, one gacha ticket costs 40 OC, and 40 OC is $4. So, if you're working 75 hours to get something worth $4, I think you might be insane. That is like, I don't know what the conversion is to that, but I would quit my job if I had to work 75 hours for $4. Obviously, we're talking North America. And then let's translate that to status point reset. It's 4 times that. So 75 hours, 300 hours. Hi. Hi. What is... I'm gonna call you Angelo, is that okay? BN 121 HP Angelo? I'm gonna call you Angelo. Hi, Angelo. So, as I was saying, it is, you know, 300 hours of getting 2 beckoning cats an hour to get a status point reset. I mean, if you're gonna play this game for 300 hours just to do that, by all means. But honestly, a status point reset costs $15. I would sooner spend $15 to fix my character than suffer, you know, 300 hours of trying to get beckoning cats. And if you want to reset, obviously something's wrong with your character. You do get 1 stat point reset in Kyoto, but I mean, save it till you really mess up. You know, that's my opinion. But honestly, I would sooner spend $15 to change my character with a reset button, or reset, stat point reset, than to recreate a character and start from scratch, because that's going to be 300 hours anyway. It's going to be 300 plus hours. I don't know how long I played this game, and it'd be scary to see that number, actually. But, yeah. The main point of this is, you know, don't use your 50% EXP boosts. Don't use your cudgels. Trade them all in for points. And go for artisan swords. Honestly, I'd say worry about superb amulets later on. Because, you know, 3 of these, I don't really know if 3 of those is worth 6 artisan swords. No, definitely not. Not at 100 points, no. If it was 50, I'd totally agree. But, to be honest, you're going to need artisan swords more than amulets. So, and further on the note of smelting, because we're talking about artisan swords and reset and amulets and stuff, if you're going to smelt past 50, because earlier I said you only need to get your weapons to 50, the reason I say that is because every time you go past 50 with your smelts, which is like the best way to get stronger, by the way, your weapon has a chance of breaking. It's going to be like 10% at the beginning and 50% if you're going to 100, which is max level for a weapon. Are you playing Minecraft? No, I'm not playing Minecraft. We're playing Onigiri. We're playing Onigiri, Angelo. So, yeah, like if you're gonna smelt past 50, always use a smelting reset button. So for those that don't know what a smelting reset button is, I have 1 or 2 on me. They also come from lucky boxes, and they're very important. So we're gonna have, there it is, a smelting reset button A and a smelting reset button B. You know, B's are really expensive, you have to buy those, but A's will come from boxes. And what they do is if your weapon's gonna break and you lose it forever, when you're smelting, if you have a button, it will not break and you won't lose it forever. So save your reset buttons to late game, save your amulets, save all that stuff. Is that Japanese? No, this is a English free-to-play game on PlayStation. It's called Onigiri. It is a Japanese game, but it is translated in English, and it's a really fun MMO RPG game, Angelo. We're making a beginner's guide with all the information for those who are trying to get started in this game. So, you know, just as a little recap, you know, don't power level, friendships are really important, trade in all those 50% EXP boosts, trade in your cudgels from quests, you know, save your stuff. Basically, I'm just telling you not to waste your resources, and always trade in for artisans. It's the main consensus of what's good. So, and you know, so let's keep going. I have more on my list. So, what else do we got? So when you're doing your stat points, so what was I thinking here? When you're doing your stat points, pick your weapon early on. So there are 8 weapons to explore, and this is a bad thing about Onigiri. Now it makes you choose your type before you actually play the game. So there's 5 types, those being power, daring, careful, defensive, and kind. I believe those are the 5. I always miss one of them. But they all specialize in different things. So power obviously specializes in power and vitality. Daring is dexterity and power. Kind is like mind and wisdom and I think stuff like that. Careful is dexterity and wisdom. And then you have defensive, which is mind and vitality. Now, most people, when they want to go the power type, so sword, odachi, axe, they'll actually go daring instead of power, because daring gives you more dexterity, which is the best secondary stat in the game. Nothing wrong with having that. Power type is low on, it's low on daring on the dex class. So most people, like daring is, in my opinion, power is like the worst type. Damn it, I didn't refresh the page. Hi, Sapphire. So on that note, if you want to play with swords, axe, odachi, twin swords or bow, daring is the class for you. If you want to go using the spear, defensive is going to be the best class for you, because then you're going to have lots of mind and lots of vitality. And then if you want to go wand, you're going to want either not daring, you're going to want like careful or kind. If you're going to be a healer, newsflash, healers are not good late game. Everyone's going to have enough stat points to do 2 stats. So, you know, don't aim to be a healer in this game, because everyone can pick up a staff and heal if they invest in mind. It's not that bad. Am I ever on time to your stream? Lol. Also, Chiami crit, Axe versus Satan one shot. Yeah, they can. They can later on. Axes are like the most powerful thing. So if you're one of those types who wants to know what the strongest thing in the game is, the strongest things in the game, in my opinion, axes do the most single hit damage. They're the highest damage per hit. Twin swords are going to be the highest damage per second, because they hit so fast and so hard, but you're going to have to go really deep to do that damage. So twin swords are the second most powerful in my opinion. So axes are the strongest, then you have twin swords, then you have, you know, sword and odachi are really good. Bow is really strong for single target and staying safe. Wand is phenomenal. In that regard, you know, axes, twin swords, and wand are the 3 strongest classes in the game. You know, spear is really good for taking out mobs and enemies. Like they're okay on bosses, but a person who's going to play spear, their job is more likely to do crowd control and take out multiple enemies in one shot. And that's, you know, that's the spear job, because they have lots of AoE and they have a lot of fun moves. So then, you know, bow is really good at staying safe, protecting from afar. Mentioned spear last. You know. So those are the 8 classes in the game. I think I mentioned them all. You know, bow also goes off daring, the dexterity class. So when you're doing your stat points, if you know what weapon you're going to play early on, like power is a safe weapon type because you get to use odachi, axe, and sword. And daring lets you play twin sword and bow. Now the only classes where their stat points come, you know, their affinity for the weapons comes from only one stat are spear, wand, and staff. Staff being mind, spear being vitality. Hi, Nicholas Reynolds. Brim. And then wisdom only affects wands. You forgot Rain Man class. No, that's elementals. That's specializing later, you know, when you just specialize in an element, because I mean you can, it's really courageous to do it. Like I like to stack a water element, rain element. I love the rain skills, so I tend to stick with rain so I can have a common element on my character. But that's late game knowledge. That's something you do later. It's like sub-specializing, you know. It's like when you say, I'm going to go into science, but then you come, I'm a weatherman. I'm rain. I make it rain. I get you wet. You know, that's my character. But some people might some classes might specialize in lightning or fire. There's lots of elements, but that comes later. This is a beginner's guide. We're not trying to scare people yet. You know. So in that regard, if you know what weapon type you're going to play early on, and there's no shame in playing a character for a day, trying out each weapon type, and then just making another character in the type that you want. Because once you go through the game, not once, but you know, once you get familiar with it, you get your feet wet. There's nothing wrong with going back and remaking your character in the right class early on, and you'll just cruise through the game because you'll have so much more knowledge. So there's that. So, you know, like let's say you want to play odachi, you don't like it, you try it, tomorrow it's okay to weatherman, boy it's raining men, or big titty anime girls. Big titty anime girls, that is one of the biggest beginner's guide things to say. You're right, Sapphire. This game is filled with big titty anime girls. It's the whole reason I played it, you know. Look at Aurelia, she's gorgeous. It's actually Aurelia, but people can't say the ro, so we ended up calling her Aurelia because people just can't do it. But it's Aurelia or Oro. Yes, big titty anime girls, hallelujah, onigiri, praise the Yuri gods, all that good stuff. So when it comes to doing your stats, I've been trying to say this for like 5 minutes. So if you know what weapon you're gonna do, put all your stats into that one stat point right away. If you're going to play bow, put everything into daring. Just do it. Or dexterity, I mean. Put everything into dex. And then later, you can look at your other stats and go from there. But once you get your one stat to 100, which it caps out at 100, then you're free to play with other things. And you're probably going to want to do mind and then maybe wisdom or power. I should give you an extra tip here. The anime anniversary event might be coming to English, I think. And Bakaneko will give you 8 weapons that you cut off. You gotta learn your type limit, because on stream I only see up to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get like 27 words on average per comment. But yeah, so if you know what weapon you're going into, just put all your points into that one stat. So, you know, if you're going the power type, just jack power till it's like 100. You can do that by level 80. If you're gonna do daring, put all your points into dexterity. If you're gonna go spear, now this is the most important thing. You should only touch the vitality stat if you plan on playing spear. In most cases, especially late game, having too much vitality is actually detrimental to your character, because you're going to want to stay at a lower health threshold to use. Your weapons are going to give you more power the lower health you have. So vitality makes it so you heal faster, and you won't be able to maintain that power level. You know, you want to be able to stay Super Saiyan as long as possible. So vitality is only really good if you're going to play Spear. So 8 weapons that scale with one of the 5 stats, the more... Oh, that's cool. Oh, those weapons are awesome. I wanted the Oni dagger to be like that. Cool. So that's an awesome tip. So now we have stats done. We've covered a lot of ground. Let's keep going. So what else did I write down here? Okay, so throughout the game, do all your side quests. Like, trust me. Now, one side quest is going to require a fish eye, and you just can't do that quest unless you randomly in your bargains get fish eye. That is the only way to complete it. A lot of people that bugs them, but that's just a quest that's going to happen. But on that note, do all your side quests. Even if they don't give you a good reward, most side quests are part of a quest line, or they trigger more side quests. And as you continue to complete those quests, you're going to get access to really good Magatamas and alcohols and weapon forms and all that stuff. So do all your side quests when you have the chance. Do it while you're doing the main storyline. Don't go back and do it like it's a chore, because you're not going to like it. You know, enjoy the game while you play it. You know, don't worry about endgame till you're at endgame, okay? But I'm here to also prepare you so you don't mess up for endgame. Hi, Hunter X Red. Glad you think this is interesting. So, you know, do your side quests, get your stuff. Eventually, your side quests will give you Magatamas. Sometimes you don't know what these Magatamas are, and some people sell them, some people break them down because they learn you can do that. I'm going to tell you right now, don't break down any of your Magatamas until you're like level 100 and you actually fully know what you're doing and what you're getting into. A lot of people end up breaking down Magatamas not knowing what they're doing, and it really screws up their character's natural progression. Some wand users, you know, they get an Enma, they don't know what Skill Force is. Enma's a really good Magatama, very hard to farm for, and you know, you get one free one from a quest. And you know, Spear users get Areses and Geminis, they might break them down, they don't know what they're doing. So don't break down anything, like it's an RPG. You're gonna have an inventory space of like 200, you'll be fine. You know, don't break down any Magatamas till you're in your 100s and you're fully, you know, in tune with how this game works and what you're gonna need for the future. I play the Xbox version of this game and these tips are helping. That's awesome, Hunter. That's great. I'm glad to have our cousins watching this game, because we're on PS4, so you guys are our cousins. You guys get trading and stuff, so you guys are like the spoiled side of the family. But I'm glad you're learning stuff on Xbox, Hunter. So let's keep going. You know, now earlier I was talking about Moroku and, you know, don't power level him, got to know what you're doing for bargains. And I said, you know, depending on your class, you're going to want to stay at certain levels with Moroku. So if you're going to play Sword or Odachi, never level him past 16. And if you're playing Bow or Twin Sword, you're never going to get anything from him anyway. But honestly, as you're progressing through his negotiation line, take your time. And in my honest opinion, just try to collect like 12 of every Magatama Moroku tries to sell you. If you screw up on your main, it's okay to create a new character and play. And try to relieve stress. Get it right this time. Yeah, I said that earlier. I said there's no shame. Who knows, that new character might replace your main. It happens for some people. Because a lot of stuff in this game is luck. You know, sometimes you're running through, you get a Magatama. Just some people farm months for a Magatama. You might run this dungeon once and get it. Like, you know, I never got a Cancer Magatama for... you know, until we got our update like a couple months before. Now I'm sitting at 3 because I'm actually hardcore farming it. But some people, they just run through the dungeon, this is their first time, and they pick up this really awesome thing. That little bit of RNG luck might make or break a character. You know, obviously you can farm for anything in the game, but a little bit of luck and fairy magic and cyber step help, it can make and break a character. You know? Shame. Oh, but resonance! You know, now that's another thing. Resonance is something they implemented later on. and the Edo update. Now, resonance is, if you have multiple characters that have reached level 50 or level 100 even, all your characters begin to gain this stat point bonus. A spear user, okay. On PS4, I'm one of the greater spear users, if that means anything. I mean, I know that Xbox has their tricks and treats, and that you guys can do a lot of things that are questionable, but they're very useful. Like, dashboarding and stuff to get perfect rolls and perfect duplications and all those good things that you don't want us to know about, but we do. I had this spear account since Japan, post beta, named Alia-chan. She's still my main, but my new spear Noctra hit level 40 by the time he reached something. Okay. But basically, what resonance is, and it's an important thing, so every character you get to level 50 and 100 is going to give you a 2% defense boost and a 2% money boost. No, not 2% defense. That'd be broken. You're going to gain like up to 1200 defense, but you get 200 defense every time. I love fighting multiple. Exactly. I love Water Dragon Spear. It's great. So just to show you guys what resonance is, so I have a resonance of 600 defense plus and 6% money gain. That means I believe that means I have 4 characters that are level 50-ish, and I believe I do. I'm not 100% sure. I might only have 3. I can't tell right now. Don't say your spear, that's embarrassing. Your bow that uses spear. No. Ari's whispering me. No, I used bow, and then I went spear, but I mostly play spear. I wouldn't make, a Thunderquake if I wasn't spear. I'd be trying to get bow mags and stuff. So just to show you guys resonance, I'm gonna go to character selection. So, that actually doesn't cancel the stream. So I have 6 characters behind me. People are like, what? You have a boy character? What the heck? So, Aurelia is level 114, so she gives you resonance. She gives me resonance up to that. Then we have Chiami. Chiami is level 1. I've never really played with her yet, so she's not giving me resonance. Then we have Randandestroyer, which is like my gamer tag. He's level 1, never played with him yet. Then we have Kurojo Shihashi, and she's a twin sword user, and she's level 52, so she gives me resonance. Then if we go to Gale, Gale is level 52. She's a real spear user. Gale gives me resonance. Then we have Scarlet Rose, who is a typo. She's supposed to be Scarlet Rose, but she's a typo. You get what? What? You guys only get 3 characters on Xbox? Are you sure? You should check. Just go see if you can make another character. But because you guys have Edo, you guys should have resonance. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, she's level 99. If I took the time, I could get her to level 100 and get more resonance, but apparently I just don't do that. So Scarlet is a sword mage, red mage character. She got wings, so she's pretty awesome. And then we hit the button again, and it's going to take us to Aurelia. So, for every character you get past 50, you're going to get resonance. The limit on PC or Japan is pretty big. I'm not sure how many. I think it's 8. Well, maybe. I mean, they can always add more, but right now it's 6. So, if I took the time and just power leveled, now obviously I said power leveling is bad. Now I know what I'm doing, and I might just want resonance, so I might power level these characters to 50 for resonance. Power leveling to 50 is not going to make or break your game, honestly. Everything's going to be level 60 for a long time. We have resonance, just not that many characters. Okay. Yeah. So ultimately, if I had all my characters at 100 or all my characters at 50, I'd gain 1200 defense and 12% money gain. Now, if all my characters were level 100, so if you have one character at 100, nothing happens. If you have 2 characters at 100, you can buy the Shenlong Nigiri, I believe. Now, Shenlong Nigiri is a food that heals you for 10,000 HP and 500 SP, and you can only buy like 10 of them a day, and they cost like $1 million or something. It's pretty ridiculous, but they're really awesome. And then if you have 3 characters, I believe you're going to get more storage space. It's either you're going to get more storage space, or you're going to be allowed to carry 15 of every HP and SP item into a dungeon. Now, I'm not sure about this, but if you do it all, you're going to get them all eventually. If you get 4 characters to 100, you're going to get the this item that revives other players. It's a food item that if you eat it, it's going to heal you 3,000, and it's going to revive all of your dead teammates around you, and they're all going to come up to like 1,000 health. But it's a free revive that doesn't consume any revives or whatever, and it's a very important thing. Late game, if you have nothing to do, honestly, work on resonance. You're going to get more storage for all your characters, and if everyone gets revive potions, honest to God, if you can get a team of 5 players and they all have revival potions, you guys are going to be able to farm things really, really easily. Gargoyles are really hard, so you can... If right now, if we had like everyone with revival potions and we went to go beat up Gargoyle, we'd be fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard to touch characters because it's so fun to go so deep with one. But I'm just telling it as it is. So resonance is important, but it is an afterthought. So that's why I say if you want to experiment with a bunch of different characters and get your feel of it, go for it. There's nothing wrong with having a character of each class. So there's 8 weapon types, but you can have 6 characters on PS4, I guess. So if you make a power character, they can use sword, odachi, and axe. So that's 3 classes in 1 slot. So then if you have 1 power type, you get 3 classes out of the way. If you do spear, that's 1 class, so spear. So let's go, I think I know which class all my characters are. So Aurelia is like a hybrid bow, twin, spear character. So she's really bow, twin, spear. So then I have a dedicated, now Scalet is a hybrid power wand character. So I can call her Rose, I guess, but so Rose is my mage, but she can also use swords and stuff because she's going to be power, wisdom, dex, and then eventually mind, which I believe is a good combination. Then we have Galehova, who is just pure spear, pure defensive. I wanted to try it out. Then we have Kurojo Shihashi. She's like pure bow, pure twin sword. Then we have Randandestroyer, who I don't know what he's going to be. He's not going to be a mage or a healer. But just to recap, that's 1 class for spear, 1 class for spear bow, just your main. Then you have, spear, so that's 2 classes there. Then you have wand, power is another 2 classes there. So I'm going to say wand, spear, bow, twin sword. Randandestroyer is probably going to be a power user, so power. And then we have Chiami, and I don't know what Chiami is going to be yet. But if you just say as a general standpoint, so if I'm just going to count on my fingers for each class, so there's power, wand, spear, staff, twin sword, bow. So there's you can have basically, if you have 6 characters, you can have 1 character of every class. Not saying you should make a video for this or anything, but thoughts on a battle mage, wand and sword, twin sword, would be pretty fun. It would be fun. It's I mean, we can go on Rose right now. There's nothing wrong with Rose. I can go over a bit of Rose, but the stat distribution would be all over the place. So, I at first thought I'd never make a secondary character, and then one day I got bored, and I got Rose to level 99 in a week, using Echigo means before update. So now that we have newer places to grind experience, it's a lot easier. If you're doing an alt character, there's nothing wrong with asking some of your friends, hey, can you just power level me through the story for half a day? And they're probably going to be no, that's boring. and it's just going to happen. But, the best way to get resonance is to get your character to Izumo, hang around till you get a field boss, call up your buddy, say, hey, can you come kill this thing? They'll be like, yeah, and you'll be level 50 in no time. Best way to get resonance. Ooh, login, cool. So Rose is in Echigo, So Rose is 80 power, 60 dex, 100 wisdom. And she has the Date Masamune title for affinity. She gets all the resonance all my characters do. And right now she's wearing wand mags. So, just gotta win Hanya. And she has the Lord Enma from the quest, a Magic Magatama, a Lord Renji, and a Sote. So, you know, she has all her Amaras from Bargain. She has a Ronin, Amaras. What's a Grasshopper? Slice Element. She has a Grape. You know, she has infinite Shotes right now. She has infinite Yokes too. You know, she's ready to play. You know, she's got lots of Shotes, Shokos, Element Mags. She's a pretty fun character. Level 99 in a week. Does that require staying up all night? I want to try that after the anime event. No, it just requires just, like, you know, I know enough about the game and how to do everything that it was easy for me to get through it and just do her, you know. So, she's got a lunch step here. Let's go talk to Moroku. Because I rarely check her. I do so much damage with it. With the Oni Dagger. I'm having fun with my power sword character, Kaito. Funny thing is I use the Oni Dagger. Yeah, the Oni Dagger's fun. The Spirit Blast and that. So Moroku. My Moroku's at, you know, he's at Bargain's level 16. Apparently I don't have friendship items to give him. I've never seen that before. So, you know, as long as he's at Negotiation 4, he'll constantly sell me good stuff in Bargains. Well, I did hit 40 in a day. Yeah. So if we go to his bargain, her bargains, there you go. She's getting Goldfish and Amaras. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Get good, huh? It's Shadow. Hi, Shadow. So, you know. So, I'm gonna just, you know, I have infinite Amara, so I'm gonna buy them. So that means, what time is it right now? I guess I'll have to check my phone because my computer's not responding. So at 2:30 every day my time, I should log on with Rose and get an Amara. That's how rotation should work. I think. I could be wrong. But, you know. And then every day around 12 on Aurelia, I get a Sagittarius. So, you know, just marking that stuff down helps if you're doing multiple characters and you want to build up their mags. So every day, 2:30, I should log in on Rose and get an Amara mag. Easy peasy. So she was like wand the whole game, but I could never get good wand skills on weapons. So eventually I ended up, like in Echigo, I ended up getting swords. Like I make very short, yes, Chopper Guy, you were in my video the other day and you said the exact same thing. But, you know, when I was playing with Rose, I ended up getting a sword with Phoenix /7, a 7-star. I got a Kogarasu Maro that came with Phoenix /7 and Way the Blade. And then I got a lightsaber with Lightning /7. So I ended up just playing sword instead of staff, because wand, I mean, because all my wands had bad skills. Like, I could not get anything with a high skill on it. It was just, and I have a 7-star that came with Empty Sky /4 and Sacred Strike 6. I should have another one somewhere, actually. This was my baby. Yeah, Holy Empty Sky /7 on a 7-star. I love this thing. Oh, I love this thing playing as her. Oh my god. It was awesome. So, you know. I'm the type who'll go with the flow and just use the weapons that come with the good skills that I can use. So, cool. Awesome. So, you know, it's possible to play a hybrid, but, you know, if it's your first character, I'm going to suggest, you know, just sticking to one thing and doing it. So, you know, she's got 100 wisdom, 80 power, so she's got that attack speed buff of 11. Her cooldown cut's only 7, though, so that's terrifying me. And her total dexterity is 78. So, you know, I might want to get her dexterity to a total of, not 78, 84. Because right now she's at 78. So if I get it to 84, I'll probably stop, because that's the next threshold for cooldown and crit and all that stuff. So she's sitting at 16 crit. Nice and 16. Nice and crit. So, do you mention not to deliberately grind dungeons until having enough stuff? Yeah, we went over friendship items for like the whole video. And power leveling was bad. Yeah, we went over that. I went over all that stuff. You know, we did that. So, we still got a few more things to cover. We got some time. So, okay. So, on my phone, I wrote it all down. So, you know. Now here's something that I'm glad I'm saying it late game and not or late video, not early video. But late game in Onigiri. So when you're in Edo, when you're past Edo, when you're in your 100s, 110s, this game is gonna stop becoming free to play for you. If you want to be awesome, I hate saying this to people, but you're gonna need to put money in the game to some degree. You're gonna need skill cards for skill changing. You're gonna need money for reset amulets, and you're gonna need band-aids for 105s. And you know, when you want to become like super like hardcore in this game, like, you know, me and stuff, the Shadow's the up right there. He came into this game, I met him in Kaga, started talking to him. I was like, you know, he's like, oh, I'm gonna play free to play, I'm gonna do this free to play. And you know, he got to Echigo, and you can get to Echigo and beat the Echigo storyline free to play. I completely agree with that. But after that, you're gonna be like, you know, those rapids are coming hard, and you're gonna need Ogis to swim past that swim past those rapids. Like, it's gonna get rough. You're gonna need Ogis, you're gonna need skill cards, you're gonna need to be at your peak potential to get through the game. Now this is true for like every class but Wand, okay? Wand might be the only free-to-play class, like true and true. On Wand, you get infinite mags early game. You know, you just get a bunch of shotes, ornament them for like holy, and then just, you know, use bright homing and kill everything. But now that's true up until Edo, because once you get to Oshu Edo, you're going to be able to get your 105 Magatamas, and for the love of God, if anyone gets a 105 Magatama and they do not use a band-aid on every single ornamentation, I will be disappointed. Very disappointed. Apparently I have quests to do with my partners because they're glowing. I'm going to go talk to them because I feel like I neglect them. Hey Yoshitsune, how's it going? Let's talk. Anti-Shogunate organization. Yes, I need my quest. Let's talk about crimes. Talk about murders. The sin of godslaying. My sin. My brother. Oh, how can I my brother? Who's your brother? Minamoto? Clan? I'm engrossed in my own misfortune. The sin of godslaying is so heavy that I could not complain. I don't care anymore. I've already read all this. Cool. Thanks. And Ibaraki, our favorite big titty cat girl or something else, creates a backup Wand character in case my life goes down the drain. You know. But then late game you're gonna need band-aids and stuff anyway, so. Yahoo! Yahoo, let's do a quest. About my name, okay. Scarlet Rose. We got a lot done, so I figured I'd let loose and drink all I wanted, but I might have gotten a little drunk. Oh boy. This usually doesn't happen to me. Scarlet, you want to know a secret? Yeah. My name. The name Ibaraki Doji. It's actually my mother's. Oh, I remember this. Whatever. Let's go. Whatever, I'm done. Okay. So, cool. So, yeah, the main thing is late game. Like, you can go through this game free to play all you want, but when you get to the new content updates, everything's going to get really hard, and Ogis and skill cards are all going to help. So, as a fair warning, you're going to need to put some amount of money in this game. That's up to you. You know, you don't have to. But I'm saying if you want to go like hardcore, you're going to need to shell out some money every now and again to make sure you do it right the first time. There's nothing worse than not being able to, you know, afford, like, just, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine it. You know, I was like really free to play early on. You know, I only put in, my buddies gave me PSN cards for my birthday, so I put in 20 bucks of my own and 40 for my friends. I put in 60 bucks, I rolled it. I got like 2 Ogis, but I didn't really like them, and you know, I was pretty much like, I'm technically free to play the whole game. I hope Xbox gets another, you guys will get another update, don't worry. You know, now that things are rolling, you guys are going to get stuff. So, you know, there's rumors that we're getting an update soon too. We don't really want it because no one's ready for it. I mean, if we had trading, we'd all be ready, but we don't. So, I think more content will be added. That gives you guys the chance to get gacha tickets. Oh, the calendar? Maybe. So let's continue. I want to just finish off all the topics I have to do because this video is approaching an hour and that's very intimidating for people. So Okay, so here's a big thing. You will have to farm to be strong in this game. If you're not prepared to like farm, you know, like put in a couple hours a day to farm Magatamas till you get the perfect stuff for your character, this is not going to be the game for you. If you're not prepared to farm, then go play Xbox, because they have trading, because they'll have farmers, and you know, on PS4 we don't have trading. Everything that you have has to be obtained by yourself. There's no other way to get it. So if you're not prepared to farm long hours to get what you need to get, I'm not going to recommend Onigiri to you past just exploring the storyline. The end game content will destroy you. You will need to farm. There is a high learning curve, a high difficulty curve in the game. Okay, so there will be a gacha where you can use 5 gachas to guarantee to get a guaranteed Ogi. That's cool. That's awesome. I didn't know that. So let's see what else we got here. Pro tip: if people, like, if you're just playing the game and you run into some jerks who just start harassing you, or you know, people start being mean to you or whatever, like, you don't have to put up with that crap. There's a thing they added in the update called blacklist. So, you know, I have no blacklist on this character, but if someone like ever bugs you, harasses you, can't stop, like they just keep bugging you and you don't like them, you don't want to deal with them, just click on their character. Like, if I could actually, there are no other players here. This is really weird. Huh. So if there was another player here, I could click on them. Like, you know, you just take your cursor, like, let's pretend it's restaurant proprietress Shihoko. You click on Shihoko and then it'll say like blacklist, and you can blacklist them. Like, you know, because some people, they'll get harassed in this game and they don't want to play anymore because there's a bunch of stupid drama and stupid people and bullies, and that never changes. But if people keep running their mouth, just hit blacklist. You won't have to deal with them ever again. One of the best pro tips. Okay. So another pro tip is, if, let's say, now, as I said earlier, Rose got a lot of weapons that came with like rank 7 skills, rare skills, like Holy Empty Sky /7 and stuff like that. If you ever get a weapon like that that comes with a really awesome skill, don't chance it, you know. If you get a bow that's really awesome and it comes with Exorcist Arrow 7, do not mess with that bow. Don't think, oh, I should have Icicle Storm too. Because if you get, like, you know, honestly, don't mess with it. There's nothing wrong with having one weapon that has one good skill on it, because you have 4 weapons for a reason. You know, Drama is another Cyberstep game called Cosmic Break for information. Okay, but you know, there's drums everywhere, and you know, just stupid people. But Blacklist is there for you. But the point I'm saying here is, if you get a weapon that comes with a really awesome skill and you want to use it just for that skill, do that. You know, skill evolve every other skill up to 5 or whatever, but honestly, don't mess with it. If you get, like, a lot of my friends, they'll get a bow that comes with like an awesome skill like Exorcist Arrow 7, and they'll be like, you know what, I want all 7s on this, so I'm gonna put Icicle Storm 7 on it, or Rainbow Peacock 7. Chances are it's gonna overwrite that really good skill you had. This, whenever you try to put a skill card on something, it's random, except if it's Ogies. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you get, let's say, a Lightning Gore bow that comes with Exorcist Arrow 7 and, like, Spin Kick and Spin Kick, honestly, don't mess with it. And, all you gotta do is, you know, there's nothing wrong with a bow that has Exorcist Arrow 7 and, like, Restriction and Restriction Geki and 2 Ogies. You only ever need 2 to 3 skills per weapon to be proficient. And if you plan on using Ogies, that's a good Ogie weapon. You know? You have 1 good skill, 2 Ogies, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. You have 4 weapons for a reason, so you just switch them up, do what you need to do. But if you get something, don't chance it. You know how discouraging it is to get a really awesome skill in a weapon, you're like, I'm going to put a skill card on this just because, and then you lose it, and it's like, oh crap, you don't even want to touch the weapon anymore, because it's like, oh shit, I messed up. That's just something I've noticed, and just don't put yourself in that situation. What else do we got? You know, so in the game, late game, early game, your partners are pretty useful when you summon them. So, you know, like I can click on Shizuka and I can summon her. Or I can, apparently she is summoned, so I'm gonna dismiss her. You can summon all your teammates and all that stuff. You summon, dismiss. So early game, they're helpful for helping you fight. Late game, they're going to be called a thing called meat shields. They will eat hits for you. You know, that's their main point. They're not going to do good damage. They can distract the enemy by hitting them for like 200 damage. But Unicorn, I'm both getting in because I was getting high off Nightcore. Okay. But, yeah. So, late game, when you're getting your yokai, I don't have a yokai on Rose yet, but yokais are little, like, Kijimunas and stuff you can summon. Just a pro tip, summon, if you're ever fighting, like, a boss or something, they always hit you with stuff that is, like, a single hit that you like to avoid. Bring out your partners and your yokais. They will eat hits for you and save your life. That's what they're here for. They won't die permanently, they'll just go rest. But honestly, that's their job. They're meat shields late game, and they're very useful. It's a very good pro tip. What else do we have here? So, note, this does not apply to vanguards. If you were lucky enough to get a Miyamoto Musashi, do not treat her as a meat shield. You are her meat shield, to be honest. That's how that's going to work. Like, she's going to reverse the order. You are going to be her slave, your vanguard slave, to make sure they don't get hit. That's just how it's going to be, because nothing pisses you off more than her getting hit. And then lastly, like, let's say you're playing through the game, you roll your gacha tickets, and you get Ogi cards. Honestly, save your Ogis to your level 105. Because honestly, they're going to be wasted on any weapon that's not like a 103, a 105, or anything plus. You don't really need Ogis to clear the game. You don't. But, you know, just the base game. You know, some people say, well, we have Ogi extraction cards now. Like, what's the point? Like, we can... Like, I'll just put it on this for now and take it off later. Honestly, that's like saying... Like, don't waste your money on stupid stuff. Like, it's a resource. It's a valuable resource. I know friends that put in $200 in this game and they didn't get a single Ogi. What? Who's not? Okay, perfect. So as an example, Shadow's here. So I'm going to click on him. And you see, you could... I could add him to my blacklist. And that's all just one touch of a button. You just go add to blacklist. And that's how easy that works. Lamau, sounds intense. Okay, what's up? I'm beginner. I'm a beginner for the day. That's why I deleted my main. Yeah, we're almost done this video. But I'm going to teach you guys how to blacklist. So, let's say Shadow's harassing me. He wants to touch my opis and stuff. And he's being a real big dick. You know, nothing wrong being... Never mind. So I'm going to add him my blacklist. So he's on my blacklist. Shadow can't talk to me no more because he's a bully. I can see him, but he can't talk to me. So we're okay now. But let's say, you know, Shadow was like, oh no, I accidentally blacklisted Shadow. He's actually really awesome. I want to click on him. I can't unblacklist him. What do I do? So you go to community, you go to blacklist, and we're going to see Shadow. You right click it, and you go remove from blacklist. Yes. And now, Shadow's off the shit list, and he's cool again. Hooray. But yeah, like, let's say, see, look, he was trying to be my stalker. He was trying to talk to me. I'm just a little shoujo out in the street, and he's trying to harass me. See, look, now he can talk again. Now he can talk again. So, that's how blacklisting works. It's a good thing we could do an example of that. So as I was saying, you know, if you got your Ogi cards, like, don't waste them on stuff. Save them for later, because that's when you're going to need them. Because some people might say, well, I have like 20 Ogi extraction cards, and I have like 3 Ogis, and I'm going to just do this. And it's like, sure, I have 24 extraction tickets too, on Aurelia. And you know what I do? I use them, like, whenever I get a good new spear, I'm going to take my tidal wave off my Rose Maiden and probably put it on, like, a 110 gargoyle weapon or something, you know? Or no, I'll put it on a Gay Valga. Whenever I get my Gay Valga Severance, I'm going to take my tidal wave off of my Rose Maiden, put it on the Gay Valga Severance, and use that. I've only got one. See, he's only got one Ogie. Best save it for a cross. Yeah, crosses are good too. You know. I'm going to go back to Aurelia just to show you another pro tip. A late game pro tip. Who's that? That's someone named Dark Claire. Okay. So we're going to go back to character select. I just started playing on my level 40 sword and I'm one-shotting. It's very easy to one-shot early game, but congratulations. So we're gonna go to Aurelia, and I'm gonna show you like just what to do, what I do with tickets and stuff, and a pro tip that most people don't know. You'll need the severance for Lucifer's beer. Okay, so chances are I'll just make another one. Because I wanted to give Alga Severance more than I wanted a cross, to be honest. So let's go here. In my inventory, I'm holding a cross right now. So in my inventory, let's go to skill cards. I have this Oogie card called Oogie Paradise of Fallen Lightning. Yeah, I know how to get that L, like, time consuming weapon, sin, whatever. So you can see it's extracted. This is a Satan Ogie. They're not really good Ogies, so you can use extraction tickets to peel them off. Oh yeah, tips on the special little gold Daruma. Oh, okay. Just on that note, if you ever see a gold Daruma, Poison Cloud 6 will one-shot it any time of the day. If you ever get a good weapon, like, a good level 100 weapon that comes with Poison Cloud 6, like an Inti Rami or something, you can one-shot them. Yeah, like Poison Cloud's the best for it, though. So that's a good pro tip. Thanks, guys. But, I used my extraction ticket to peel off the Satan Ogie and just safely put on both Restriction Geki and Amaya's Punishment on my bow. So that's a good pro tip. So I'm gonna go to my inventory. I'm gonna try and find my extraction tickets. There they are. I have 23. I had 24 of them and I only used one. Ha. So, Ogie extraction tickets. I have a whole bunch, but I'm not spamming them. And the main reason for that is because I don't spam Ogies on weapons. I have Ogies on like 5-6 weapons have Ogies on them for me. One of them is Rapid Storm. Confirm this for me, but extraction tickets are pay only? Yes, I'm pretty sure they are. Well, like, they come from gacha tickets. Like, you roll and they come from blue balls. They're probably the best blue ball you're gonna get. So, yeah. So other pro tip that I call christening, and I wish I would have mentioned this a lot earlier, but on the topic of Ogies, my personal philosophy is that I do not put Ogies on a weapon until it is plus 100. That's just my philosophy. So, I've heard rumors from people. I don't know if they're just crying and trying to get me to help them, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, Oro, my weapon broke and I lost all my Oogies. I'm useless now. Carry me." And they'll say that, and I'm just like, "Well, did you use a button?" And they're like, "Yes." "Oh yeah, I used a button and the weapon broke." Your extraction tickets every time you get an Ogie. Yeah, like well, I know. Yeah, I heard about that. That's awesome. But yeah, like, hi Matthew. Luxor, have you ever heard of that where people have broken their weapons even though they've used reset buttons? Has that ever happened? Do you know about that? Because that's a stupid rumor that I hear all the time and I don't want it to happen. I've heard it from people twice. They usually say that if you smelt after a maintenance, like immediately after, sometimes the button doesn't work. I don't know. Not true. I have 0, even though I have tons of new Ogies. Well, you are playing PC Japan. I know on the Mega Neon, they give you Ogies or whatever tickets. But yeah, like, I have a thing called christening where it never happened to me, and I've smelt it a fuck ton of times. So, yeah. It's never happened to me either, but people complain, and just because of that, I don't know if it's just a PS4 thing, I don't know, but they say it's impossible. I think it's just people forget and they just don't want to be stupid. They don't want to seem dumb. It happened to my friend yesterday. He actually forgot to put a button and he broke his plus 90 Galardia, and he was not having it because he DC'd at Juncture 2 and we were trying to clear it for him, and it was not a good day for him. But you know, they want free carries, bro. They always do. Man, if Aurelia wanted to carry me bridal style, I'd do it. Oh my god, she'd carry me to this couch and we'd talk about things and have this champagne bottle. Those are my kind of carries. But you know, so 17 people, that's like a new record for me. Oh my god, 17 people watching. We have a lot of people wanting to watch this beginner's guide. So, but that's my philosophy. I don't put Ogies on something until it's plus 100. Because, you know, the weapon's not really that worthy yet. Like, what do I have? I have some Embus. I'm trying to get to 100. Where are they? You think smelting is bad? Check out Cosmic League's tune-ups. You can fail 95s. And you need to tune up like 30 times. Well, I failed 95 smelts all the time. All the time. But yeah, I have some Embus here that I can plus to 90. I haven't done it yet. And I got some good skills on it. I think I skill changed these. I like them. Clickbait title. Huh. You know. But, you know, they're plus 90 technically. They only need one more smelt to go. But I'm not going to put Ogies on them. I don't know what to tell you, Saf. I have 34 Ogies and 34 extraction tickets. Well, I know Sapphire plays on the Japanese server. I don't know if it's different from the English one. PC. But, you know, like this weapon, I'm waiting to get it to 100, and then I'm gonna put on, like, I refuse to believe it, but this weapon here, I'm only gonna put on some Ogies once it's level 100. So it's Kibaka. Oh my god. My opinion, I don't ask for carries until I need a group of people your level that can't do that. Exactly. Don't ask for don't ask for carries. Ask for help. Honestly, you don't want to get carried in this game. I remember watching a video on my level 94 where it was pipe 3. That yeah. That was that Tentacle? That pipe 3 94. I love that video. Oh my god, I love that. Oh my god, like friggin' 4 Geno Busters plus 100. Oh, that's Rhythm though. He's an exception. Fucking Tentacle? Oh my god. I love the song in that video, you know. That's what made me make a Geno Buster. But I was only making one. But you know, like, those weapons are all like skill carded with like super skill cards, and he had like, I think, pretty good ornamentated Geminis and literatures and stuff. I looked at the build at the end of the video. It was like Usugi Kenshin and all the stuff. It's a great video, yeah. I still can't do stuff. I don't know why I don't do damage like that, but it just is what it is. I guess it's because I don't have like all 7s and stuff. I don't suppose I could get you to run 2 pipe 3s with me. Oh my god. He keeps asking me pipe 3. He was the deity of PC. Yeah, he is. Or he was until they nerfed, what was it? They took away double-edged cuts power in the balance, and he just said, fuck it. Rule of thumb, can't solo it, don't try to carry or be carried. Like, ask for help, it's an MMO. Everyone's trying, if you're stuck on it, chances are someone else is stuck on it. So, you know, whenever I get this to 100, I'm gonna put, I already know what Ogies I'm gonna put on it. And then if ever I get a Gargoyle Flame Twin Sword, I'll just extract it and recreate the weapon. I mean, it's a good weapon. Embus are gonna be good for a little bit, so... Tentacle replies to my forum post. He's pretty good. Oro, you ought... I did. I watched a lot of his stuff. I did. But, I keep trying to click on Ogies to show you, like, what I want to put on my Embus when they're plus 100, but you guys keep talking. So, I'm going to try to put on... Verdant Storm, and Sheol Slash, just because I have the most of them, and you know, I think it could be fun. But I'm only going to do that when it's plus 100, and that's my philosophy for every weapon. I only put things on the 100s. I'm on 114. I was carried through half the story. Won't lie, but now I'm carrying Bukake at level 105. Yeah, you only need like 105 weapons to be good. Like if you have your mags and your weapons and your skills and you know what you're doing, you can. It's the Mina Byakuok in Oshu. It nets you like 20 million to like 40 million a run. It's like the best EXP grind. I'm planning on having a Satan Sword with Thunder Beast and Spirit Blast. Now Hunter, I'm gonna say you don't want to put Spirit Blast on a Satan Sword. Just because, like I have one here, I made it as a joke. It's my Lunge Step Sword, because I can't get my recipe. I clicked on the wrong weapon, huh? I clicked on it again. Where is the cross? Okay. So another pro tip, now that we're talking about bad decisions, some weapons come with elements on them. Like the End of Days Cross is 40 Slice, 40 Lightning. So if we look at it, using TB to get close, then Thunder Beast. Well, now I totally understand that philosophy. I do. That was my plan for Satan on Twin Sword. You know, you build, you know, you get some sort, you get like cross bolts with Thunder Beast, you go in, you switch to Heavenly Twin Tiger Blades, and you double Spirit Blast, you Thunder Beast out. That was gonna be my strategy for Twin Swords. Now, the thing about Spirit Blast on Sword, like now the cross End of Days, wherever are you is so pretty. Oh my god. Oh, this is Tanegashima. It's the current end content. On my End of Days Cross, I have 3 Lightning Slash 7s. How do you get 3? How? How do you get 3? I don't really want to waste Oogie since there's now so many weapons in Japan stronger than Satan Cross. The fist don't lose. Yeah, but like you're gonna need those weapons to get your next tier weapon. Every weapon tier is just a key to access the next weapon. Like I tell people, like go make a Night Spear or a Geno Buster to beat Satan. Like if you're just going through it like vanilla, you know, it's your first time. Well, Geno Buster, don't do it anymore on PC because it's like Slice and Spear they don't mix anymore. But a Night Spear with the 20 Holy and the Slice and stuff is a great Spirit Blast. It's a great tool to kill Satan with, in my opinion. But I used 1 skill card and got 1 6. I used 1 from skill card and got 1 6 and 1 5. And leveled up to. What the fuck is PC? What? We can't do that. Our skill evolution's random as shit. Where's the guy? Momotaru. Like I can only level up certain things, like heal and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Like I can turn backstep arrow to backstep arrow 5 and collapse into this. And this only goes to that. Like things don't level up at all. My Momo's level 30. We can only go to 23. Like if I go to Spear, you know, like nothing levels up. You know, I mean, or bow or whatever. Like my Hachiman, you know, nothing levels up. Galeo, nothing levels up. Level 30 Momo apparently lets you do whatever the heck you want. You know, my Galgos Cross, nothing. They're all skill cards, so nothing levels up. Nothing levels up. Nothing levels up at all. This is the closest thing to like what you're talking about that I can imagine. Is this one lightning core? Before I went on hiatus, The best he could do was like 5 at max. Yeah. I don't like how it's... Man, there's so many people talking today. But, you know... Like, we can't do that stuff. Like, we can't... Like, I know you can't put multiple of the same skill card on it. And it's random what skills that can level, but... You know... Like, we can't do that stuff. It just does not work. That sucks. Cause if that could work, then, you know, my D3 would have, like, Misty Massacre 7, Misty Massacre 7, Sunlight Strike 7. It don't work that way. It don't work that way for us. Just don't. Like, the only way we can get 7 skills in a weapon is if you put on a bunch of skill cards and then just skill change and hope for the best. Like, the best we could do is, like, you get a weapon like a, let's say, just a spear that comes with something that, like, it comes with Water Dragon 5 that can evolve to 6, and then while it's still there, you try to put on Water Dragon 6. And then hope it doesn't override itself, and then get Water Dragon to max, and then evolve that Water Dragon to 6. Like, that's the only way. And earlier in the video, I told people don't do that. Like, don't mess with it. PS4 is a long way to go. Yeah, we do. Like, even if I talk about I love how this video is like a friggin' beginner's guide, and then now we're just like discussing the differences between the consoles for like the last half hour. Like, if I go to extraction, I'm like, for fuck's sakes, let me level up my skill. Yeah, I wish. For us, it's all RNG. Like, I'm gonna unclick. Can I unclick sword? No, I can't. Like, if I go to bow, you know, I'll go to level. We can't extract 7s. I mean, my set, like, I'm pretty sure I could, but we can't. I can extract 5s. We can't even extract 6s. Like, I don't have any 6s on bow, actually. So, give me a second. I'll go to spear. Like, we can't extract Water Dragon 7. We can't extract Water Dragon 6. We can't extract Ice Blossom 7. The only things we can extract are 5s. Like, they're all, like, here, but they just don't. Like, I can't extract Ice Blossom 6. It's just... You can't do it. Great. That means we Xbox have a longer way to... Yeah. You do. You really do. Like, right now, our Momotaro goes to 24. And extracting essentials goes to 5. So, and I don't even know when we're gonna get the ability to extract 6s. When we do, the game will be great. But, you know, we have that on PS4 now. Oh, we had that for 2 weeks. But, you know. Oh my god. You know what? I think after this, I'm gonna go out and buy some Doritos. I just had a craving for Doritos. I think it might be the fact that people are talking about Xbox, but I have a craving for Doritos and some Mountain Dew. You play as Ifrit, the Mount, and fight a boss who runs quicker than Rapid Storm and Liquor. Yeah. So, you know. Damn. But, yeah. Like, where we are right now, like, PS4 is like a different breed. We can't, we're very limited, and I'm trying to teach people how to be good with our limited options. You know? What time is it actually? 3 o'clock. Okay. So, I'm pretty much done here. I think I said everything I had to say. Throughout the parts of this video, I'll probably have to, you know, Sapphire, we're probably going to have to timestamp this again for different tips and stuff. But as I was trying to say, when it comes to like an end of days or weapons that have element, you're going to want to try to stick to that element. You know, the end of days cross has 40 slice, 40 lightning. So even though this weapon I have is a joke, if I skill evolved all these lunge steps to lunge step, you know, 5, which is as high as it can go, it would get like 100% slice element from all those moves. And then, you know, at that point, I just slap on lightning slash 7. And I'd have, you know, lightning slash for the lightning element, and then lunge step for, or even lightning slash 5. It wouldn't even matter. But what I'm trying to say is when you have a weapon like the End of Days Cross, I'd highly recommend just sticking to the elements that are going to like mesh well and complement the weapon. Like the only End of Days I can imagine is either something that uses like, you know, lightning, not void lightning slash, don't even do that. But you know, you'd want to do like lightning slash 7, lightning slash 5, lunge step, or some combination of that. And because they're all slice moves, and then, or well, no, lightning slash is actually impact, but you know, lightning slash is like the best move anyway. And then I just go double TB, double lightning slash, double thunder beast, because it's slice and lightning. It's very good skills. Either that or verdant storm, because it's slice and wind. You know, you can roll with that slice element. I wouldn't put spirit blast on an End of Days Cross, just because you're better off putting that on a severance, because the severance has holy element for the current time being. That's how I feel about that question you said earlier, Xbox guy. On PC, is it easier to get weapon level up ornament? I only know of the spear, which is the 24 Lance of Oblivion, 9,000 attack at grade 50+100. I don't think so, since I haven't gotten Kage or Yoshitsune that far. I hope Kaguya's base ornament rates go up. Oh my god. Frig, man. But yeah, like we have 17 people. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now I hate to end the stream pretty soon. Now we have so many people watching, so many people talking. It's a great event. I love this. But I do have to get going because I have one other video I want to try to do very quickly, and then I have to get off for a bit. So, like, I thank everyone for watching and paying attention and contributing to the guide. It was a great time. I hope people learn a lot. You know, if you have someone just getting started, maybe get them to watch this video. It might help them, it might not. I'll try to put timestamps because we do get off topic a lot, but you know, if people just stick to the timestamps, they can just get to each topic the best way they can. So that said, I thank all the contributors. Quicker you end the stream, the quicker I get to add timestamps. Okay, so I mean, you know, that's our sexy secretary Sapphire. They help us do timestamps because I'm too busy playing the game and doing videos and stuff. Manic Elite, yeah, I was trying just on your group chat, but you don't have it up. Just on your group chat. Manic Elite on my group chat. Just on your group chat, but you don't have it up. What group chat? Type to a group chat and it'll pop up. I think you mean me. I'll. You know, we'll, whatever. We're married. It's fine. Oh, I'm on a chair. Oh my god, it takes so much dexterity to stand on a chair. Oh my god. Oh, it's LJ Wright. Hi, LJ Wright. Oh yeah, so I'm not in that group anymore from back in the day. We're in all new groups. Yeah, I remember you. I remember you, man. So now I'm in a Nightmare, Hanzoro, which is my group. What Do is my group, and Hokoyari is someone else's group for spear users. There's like 3 people in it because we only have 3 spear users on PS4. Like literally, there's like 5 of us. I'm watching you on my PC right now. That's cool. But literally, there are like no spear users on PS4. There's like a dozen of us, if that. You know, there's me, and there's Val, and there's Almoku, and there's Joker, and there's Galvatron, and there's like, I'll start doing a little stream myself. Like, I'm sure and there's, I don't know which one it is. There's Eternal Wind. Eternal Wind is a spear user too. There's like, and then there's Zhao Yi, but he doesn't play too often anymore. There's like not even 10 spear users in this game. Did you ever? Yes, I did. I asked Val. Fuck, man. The day before Fever, me and Harai went up to Val, and we're like, Val, was that you on the forum? And he was like, damn straight, that was me. He's like, they almost tried to ban me for what I said. Because he's like, it was some bullshit. He finally got his recipe last day of Fever, but we did confirm it was Val on the forum. Oh my god. We asked him, he's like, you're damn right it was me. And if I don't get this recipe after Fever, I'm quitting. Because I've killed 100,000 rocks. Just found a field bot. Oh, you're on Xbox. I don't care. But, so, yeah, see, I'm getting off topic. We're having fun. But, yes, we did confirm it was Val who was bitching. If you go to the Thunderquake page of the wiki, there's a comment and Furian's going at him. And there's a comment about a very butthurt spear user, and that is Val from PS4. We were running the cat for cockatoos last night, and he got 2 today. But, yeah. So I'm going to get on out of here. I thank everyone for joining. We have 15 people in the stream. I hate to go. I don't usually see numbers that high, but that's really awesome. Yeah. Leave a comment if you guys have anything to contribute to the video. By all means, post it in the comment. And then, you know, after I get around to it, we'll have timestamps, and I'll just do like a little brief, you know, like I have all the notes on my phone anyway, but I'll transfer that to the description and just give a little, you know, Cole's notes of the video on the description, just explaining the main tips and just basic stuff. And we can always add to it too. So I'll always have like an annotation that says, please check description for more information and stuff. Lamau, that comment is it is legendary unicorn. Oh my god, that comment makes my day. That's the thumbnail. That made the whole video. I loved it. But we have a whole video about that. I'm probably going to put a timestamp to it eventually, just where I go off and read it in a stupid voice. It was fun. But yeah, so it was nice meeting you, Hunter, from Xbox. That was awesome. We had some new people in the stream, some old faces, some new faces. We're getting together. The Aurogiri community is growing. Yeah, so thanks for joining me for this stream. I'm gonna go rest my voice. I'm gonna go look up online how much Doritos cost, because if Doritos cost more than a gacha ticket, I'm not buying them. But yeah, I want some Doritos. So I'm gonna head on out of here. Bye bye. I think it's Jane in Japanese, but bye bye. See you later. Oh, I'm glad that's over. This is Aurelia cosplay I wear when I do videos. Oh my god, it's so tight, but it feels so powerful.